What's up, gamers, and welcome to the next episode of Seven Nights Updates. That's right, today we're going to go ahead and check out all the new latest and greatest and what's going on, plus hear everybody's opinions about it, or at least everyone on the first page. Hopefully, this will be a lot better than last week, because I'll be honest, last week was probably the worst of all the episodes I've done of this, and that was only because there wasn't much of an update, you know what I mean? Like, there was a few things done, but nothing really worth talking about. And I decided to do it on this page because I actually really like how they did this in the background. That's a really cool art. I'm not really the artsy kind of guy for the most part, but it's just nice to check out things that are a little bit different. Obviously, this is a precursor to a new hero, so it looks like we're going to be getting a new hero. So let's take a look at the update and see what's going on. All right, so let's take a look at the August 31st update, the last update in the month of August. So let's get started. So for us to go, last episode they did a bunch of stuff that not a lot of people cared about, and now we're going to talk about things that more people care about today. For example, new special hero Carl Heron. And that's right, special hero. Now, before we continue, if I'm not mistaken, all of the special hero slots are already filled because there's usually four per slot. This basically means, in my mind, that there's going to be a new set of special heroes. So let's take a look. All right, so there he is, his special hero from the Night Crow. So basically, this is going to be based off of the original guy that you could use that is of the Crow faction. Basically, I guess he has his own four crew, so that's pretty cool. So let's check out this guy's skill, Mr. Carl. So first off, his awakening skill inflicts 250% physical damage on four enemies, resets all skill cooldowns, and recovers HP by 100% of the damage dealt. So basically, it looks like in when people are doing those abilities to up your cooldown, he basically resets it to where everybody can still do their active skills. Or even if no one's done anything and all your people have done stuff and this ability activates, everybody can start over fresh and redo things. This is going to be broken for PvE that you can control. Like, for example, the Celestial Tower and Tower of the Abyss. That's gonna break. That's gonna really help you get past some of those dungeons that you may be stuck on. So I'm actually digging this guy for PVE for sure, and I'm sure PvP will be pretty good too. And that's only with his awakening skill. I actually kind of like it. And like I said, dealing a lot of damage and then giving HP back because due to the damage dealt, that's pretty strong too. Anyway, the only thing that would make that ability better is if it was like piercing damage, but I think by the time an awakening skill goes off, some of those void shields that your opponent has should be removed anyway. The next ability, his passive, I should say, applies the block to all attacks. So that's pretty good. Decrease damage received by 50%. Increases debuff resistant rate of all universal type allies by 30%. Decreases damage received from attacks by offensive type enemies for all universal types or universal type allies by 50%. So this is basically let's create a universal team kind of guy. And more or less to be going up against offensive teams. So basically, this is the answer to Klahan, who deals lots of damage with his awakening skill and even just his active skills. So it helps against him. It helps against just a lot of other physical people who just deal so much damage. He's pretty much the answer to all that. So that's pretty cool. I like that. And I like the fact that they're going with themes as far as, hey, let's build a magic team. Now let's build a universal team. I like how they're promoting, new ideas for new strats. I dig it a lot. Anyway, moving right along. His first active skill inflicts 230 physical damage percent physical damage on three enemies with the highest physical attack or magic attack. Additionally, inflicts 3,000 fixed damage, which is very important. It electrifies the enemy at a certain rate for 2 turns. Anytime that you can do 3,000 fixed damage, that's just broken. So I like that only because there's no resisting it. It's just you take the 3K unless you have some ridiculous void shield. But anytime that someone has an ability that does 3,000 fixed damage, that's just devastating. So he's going to be really good on the damage and really good on the defense. This is going to be an all around just good character. Maybe in PvP as well, it seems, because that's just nuts. And then being able to electrify on top of that is just kind of an added bonus. I actually really dig this guy so far. And then, of course, his second active skill decreases all allies' skill cooldowns by 30 seconds. Decrease piercing damage received by all allies by 50%, 10 times. Decrease all enemies' buff durations by 2 turns. That's pretty legit. I mean, this guy is the total package. He basically protects from lots of damage, protects from offensive heroes' attacks, uh, increases debuff resistance. I mean, and then of course he deals 3,000 fixed damage. He can electrify. He's got so much good defense, offense, and control. He's literally the all-around good character. I mean, honestly, I'm just gonna make the statement here. This guy is gonna be good in every single mode except maybe like raid. But as far as like Tower of the Abyss, as far as PvP, this guy should be everywhere. He is that good. Defense and offense and control. What more can you ask for? Unless you're just trying to be stupid greedy. But this hero right here is a total package. I'm very excited to see that they put a badass like special hero on there, and that's what a special hero should be. A special hero should be just fan freaking tastic. And unfortunately, some of the special heroes that we've seen in the past have been kind of lackluster. So I'm really happy to see that they actually made a really, really solid new hero. And of course, someone's probably going to complain about him, so we'll look at it shortly. But let's look at everything else before we hear the complaints. So, of course, it's a step up summon for Carl, and best believe I'm going to be stepping up and summoning the crap out of him. He is fan freaking tastic. I haven't been this excited about a special hero in a long time. So, yeah, best believe I'm going to be trying to get him as much as I can. I'm not going to have any rules by the end of the day. It's going to be nuts. Anyway, so just like every other step up summon, which is highly recommended to get this guy because he's going to be worth it. Even at level 30, 32, he's going to be decent, if nothing else. Like, you know how everyone says that Yan He can carry a team at level 32? Well, he might be a similar situation. He could probably carry your team at level 32 as well. But basically, the first, second, third, and then fourth through seventh have their cost for rubies, the same as everything else. Of course, you get the elements, you get an item selector at a certain amount, and then at the seventh one, which is the important one, you get him automatically. Now, keep in mind that while you're doing all these, step up summons, it does not necessarily mean you can't pull him randomly, because you can. Just know on the seventh try of your step up summon, you will get him guaranteed. So you're going to get at least one, hopefully more. And that's what I'm going for. So, hype for this guy. Carl, hype everyone. If I was a hashtag kind of guy, I'd probably do it, but I'm not a hashtag kind of guy. Anyway, y'all can hashtag it for me. So basically, the new Carl Hero package would then include a 6-star Carl Heron has been added. Okay. And then it says instant limit break completion system. Okay, so from what I can tell, it looks like you can spend rubies now, and that's what it is. So the cost for instant limit breaks, for depending on what slot you need, instead of having to send X amount of heroes off and wait to get all of the resources that you need, you can just spend rubies now. Personally, I think you should save your rubies. I wouldn't do this unless you're really desperate to push that sixth slot. I would say that would be the only reason to do it is for the sixth slot. As far as the other stuff, just do it the regular way. Don't waste your rubies. I mean, it's just not worth it. Use your rubies to get Carl. Just do that. Anyway, but I mean, it's cool that they gave you the option because some people may not like the regular process, but I don't mind it at all personally. New special hero synthesis. Now you can do the Four Lord of Old. I'll be honest, I'm not really digging the special item tickets for this for synthesis, only because they're not selectors. Because I did this for I want to say like just regular special hero or 4 or 7 or something, and I ended up sacrificing 2 7 nights just to get the same 7 night again. And I was like, that's stupid. So honestly, I don't think that the synthesis is good unless you're able to select the special hero. Now, for the normal heroes to get a random, that's fine because you have a variety. There's not a whole lot of Four Lords of Old or Seven Knights or whatever. So the chances of getting the same thing over and over is too likely and not worth it in my opinion. So I mean, if you happen to have like I guess four lords of old that are extra that are already maxed, guess go for it and hope for the best. But if you already have a four lord of old that you don't have level 46, don't waste your time. Moving along, so this basically tells you what the cost is to do it. I wouldn't recommend it personally. New costumes, basically one for Carl, which makes sense because he is the new hero they're advertising. They also have one for Miho, which Princess of Waves. There you go, and actually not bad looking as far as like the beast is concerned. I think it's kind of cool. And then of course Valikia has her own new outfit as well, because why not? And basically, experience boost system applies only to users who are between player level 1 through 19, so this does not apply to me. But for those of you who are lower leveled, with the experience boost, you are able to earn extra experience points to help you level up faster. So they're just trying to balance the game by making some of the lower level players catch up a little bit faster. I'm okay with that, and I'm not upset that I can't take advantage of this because when you're as when you're at the level that I'm at, and some of my friends and guildmates, I mean, yeah, it's tedious and it takes a while to level, but it's really not that big a deal. So I'm okay with that. Let the new players catch up, and honestly, that's how you keep the new players interested is pushing them to be as competitive as the rest of us. Alice's gifts will now give you jewel tickets, so that's pretty cool. So if you're the kind of person that's going to be spending money, which if you are, this would probably be the time to do it to try to get as many crawls as possible if you're trying to like buy rubies. I'm not going to because unfortunately I'm always broke and I can't afford to do things like that. But for those of you who have the money, go for it. So this is probably the time to do it. Now, jewels are great. If it was accessories, it'd be a bit better in my opinion. But what the heck? More ways to spend money if you really want to. I'm not going to advertise it. And then basically, these are Guild War restriction heroes, so you cannot use Ryan, Klahan, Ruri, Ballista, and Ace. They are all restricted. And of those lists, I believe none of these are the people that I run. So, oh, no, actually, I'd run Ballista, so I have to take Ballista out, which is fine. I can replace Ballista with a lot of people. She's great, but replaceable. So I'm alright with that. So I gotta remember to change my Guild War setup. Let's see. Hero pet acquisition up. So Carl and Pokong and Chaho, excuse me, are all basically you have a higher chance of getting them. Again, this is one of the few times I say it's worth trying to spend rubies and trying to get as many of the special heroes as possible. I typically don't really advertise the special pets though, but if you want them, go for it. Again, I'm really pushing Carl right now because I think he's great. Um, Recommended heroes for raid is Nox, Charon, and Soy. So if you have them for those dates, you'll get your assorted boost for raid. May's Lucky Box has ended. Seven Nights Major Update check-in has ended. Tower of Abyss Season 11 has ended, so I gotta collect my stuff. Changes in Topaz Shop. The purchase of limit of 6-star item power has been increased from 50 to 99. New Carl Hero theme. So Carl Hero theme has been added to the game loading screen, which you just saw before at the beginning of the video. And apparently there's a bug fix. The issue with Shane's Raid Dungeon Mode specialization skill does not work correctly when Awakened Lena uses her Awakened skill, Yin and Yang Melody. After Shane uses her Awakened skill, Demon Unleashed has been fixed. So this is something that some of my guildmates noticed. Actually, I think I remember hearing somebody mentioning it that apparently Shane didn't do as much damage as she typically would. We didn't really understand why, but now we know. So for those of you that were having some issues with Shane dealing damage in combination with Lena, apparently they fixed it. So good on them. And then Alexander. So now here's the point that you guys have been waiting for. Let's hear either the Carl hype or people nagging about the update. Let's take a look and see what people have to say. So, first and foremost, fire greater than dark, six verses greater than self guaranteed block. I'm sorry. Let me start over. So it says fire to dark, six VS, self guaranteed block, enemy defense reduction, team damage reduction, team 2 turn debuff immunity, team dark CC resistance plus damage reduction for fire units, 3 minutes, 3 man 3 hits plus 3 stun buff reduction, 3 man 1 hit plus 3,000 fixed damage plus electrify, team CC cleanse plus 3 5 man skill buff, team CD decrease, which is cooldown, pierce damage decrease plus 2 turn enemy buff reduction, 5 man 250% plus 2 turn high chance electrify, 4 man 250% plus self skill resist plus 100% lifesteal. Only the awaken got better effects, in my opinion. That's what IMO means. But all of the costs of changing electrify to skill 1 also is Yanhee on the new Four Lords of Old ticket. What about the 4-star one? So I guess basically he's talking about all the skills. He's basically breaking it down for those who don't understand. I get it. He's great. Um, is Yanhee on the new Four Lord of Old ticket? Don't know actually. I haven't really looked to find out, but that is a good question. Y'all can just look it up and find out for yourselves. I'm not gonna even try to waste my money on that. Best defensive unit ever. Did you make him like that so Miho is not replaced in offensive deck? Thank you. Best defensive unit ever. That's arguably true. Arguably. That is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not really sure what would even be a second place. I'm not sure if you would consider Evan or maybe somebody else. I wouldn't include Rudy, by the way. Unfortunately, Rudy, who was at one time the best tank in the game, eh, not anymore. Not even close anymore. But anyway, yeah, this guy is arguably the best defensive unit ever. Arguably. Let's see. I don't know what you mean, but every time I see anyone compare KR to GA, always throw this to them. Go play KR then. Sorry for my bad English. So basically, what they're talking about, I'm thinking, is comparing, I guess, I'm not sure what KR and GA is supposed to mean. I don't know if that's Korean, and I'm not sure what GA is supposed to mean. But I always throw this at them: go play KR then. And I agree. If you're gonna complain about one mode versus another, then yeah, play the other version. Like, so maybe this is in response to the first one. Maybe this was like a comparison. Oh, that's what it is. So KR, this is probably Korean for 2016 is what I'm thinking, and then our version of 2017. So I get it now. I get what the first person was now saying. He was making a comparison from when he was released in Korea to what he was released at now. So now I get the difference. So he was originally fire, but he's now dark. And then okay, so now I get what he's talking about because I honestly looked at that and I didn't quite get it. But now okay, now I get it. Okay, so basically he was making a comparison to the Korean versus the regular. And you know what? Yeah, I absolutely agree with this guy. And don't worry about your bad English because honestly, you made a strong point. If you're going to keep making comparison between one server and another and start complaining about it, then quit your bitching and play the other server. That's so stupid and annoying. You people need to just appreciate the game for what it is and quit complaining that one server is different from another. Okay, this game was originally based on a different country. Let them have their thing and be happy that they even shared this awesome game with us. Like, seriously. So thank you for that comment. And thanks for actually making me understand what all that meant. Rest in peace, TOA. We will miss you for sure. I hope the new mode gonna be as good and competitive as Abyss. For your info, Abyss was the only non-repetitive mode in this game, so please give us something good instead of it. Well, great update, especially that limit break thing. And the limit break thing's alright. I mean, I'd say that it was, cool as far as, giving you the option to spend rubies. I don't think it's necessary, but sure, not a bad thing. Um, but I don't know how I feel about this. Rest in peace, TOA. I'm not sure what TOA is supposed to mean. Apparently, I'm supposed to get it, but I don't. Oh well, no worries. Oh, it says rest in peace, Tower of Abyss. Okay. But I actually am a huge fan of Tower of the Abyss. Wait, why did it say rest in peace, Tower of Abyss? Did the update say they were getting rid of it? Did I miss it? Hold on a second. Was I not paying attention when I was going through this? Hold on, Tower of Abyss. Okay, Tower of Abyss Season 11 has ended. Tower of Abyss Season 11 has ended and preseason has started. During the preseason, you can acquire the floor clearing reward, but season rewards will not be given. On the next coming update, the Tower of Abyss will be removed. A new build will be. Oh, wow. Any missions regarding the Tower of Abyss will be removed from the quest. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice that. Holy crap. I was just kind of going through, like, yeah, Tower of Abyss Season 11 is ended, and I moved on because I just assumed the next season was starting. Because it says and preseason has started. So when I saw that preseason has started, I didn't read any further. But okay, okay. Wow, actually, that makes me sad. Yeah, Tower of the Abyss was a really good mode. So wow, I didn't even see that. Holy crap! This is why you should actually read everything instead of skimming like I do. But wow, like yeah, rest in peace, Tower of Abyss. Like that was a very good game mode. I'm actually legitimately upset that they're getting rid of this. I thought that was a great mode because it was kind of challenging, and it rewarded people who actually had a more collection of heroes because every time you used certain heroes in Tower of Abyss, you couldn't use them for X amount of days. So you had to use other heroes to try to complete more stages. And I actually really enjoyed the challenge. Not only did I like the challenge, but it was very rewarding because you got rubies, plus you got the stars that helped you buy other things. So yeah, I'm actually really, really sad that they're getting rid of Tower of Abyss. So yeah, rest in peace. That was one of the best modes in the game. I'm actually really upset that they're getting rid of that. I didn't even realize that. Holy crap. So yeah, I'm actually kind of upset that they're getting rid of Tower of Abyss. That's going to be my complaint then, because as great as this update is, especially because of the new hero, um, yeah, that's going to really suck about Tower of Abyss because that was one of the best PVE events in the entire game. Very rewarding, very challenging, very fun. It was just overall a really good event. I don't know why they're getting rid of that. Yeah, if they're going to replace Tower of Abyss with something, it better be really good. I'll be honest, they could have replaced just about any other like event, and I wouldn't feel nearly as bad or salty as I am about missing Tower of Abyss. Because yeah, that was the best event in my opinion. Wow. Well, thanks for putting that out there. Is Ryan in the synthesis selector Revolutionary 4-star? Don't know. And not yet. Someone already tried. We don't know about Yon He though. Okay, so we don't know about Yon He, but apparently not Ryan. Okay. All right. Korean. When they got Carl Heron and currently GA metas and way too different to compare, which servers Carl Heron is better, so no point in comparing. I really like GA's Carl Heron. Finally, a non-7 night special hero for tank teams, but I did get screwed over with the element shift. I was saving a lot of fire elements, but should have chosen dark. So this is the problem right now. Like everybody is trying to look at Korean servers to try to prepare for when we get certain heroes and whatnot, not realizing they're not always going to be the same. As far as elements are concerned, it's good. It's actually good practice to have at least enough to get at least a 5-star and or a 4 and a 5-star version of every element, just in case. At least one of each, because when a new hero comes out, you're not always going to know what it's going to be. So if you're one of the person that's always looking at Korean servers to get your information, you're going to be like this guy and screwed because you didn't see it coming. Keep in mind that Korean servers and our servers do not do the same thing. Okay, we get different stuff. So that's what that is. So you didn't. I mean, you screwed yourself. Like the game didn't do nothing to you. You did it to yourself. Let's just put it that way. Like you should have just been smart and had at least one of each element, one of each 4 star, and one of each 5 star, and just been prepared. And then knowing what comes out, then make sure you have enough of other elements saved up. Now, personally, I have a ton of everything, so I'm always prepared because I play the game. You know what I mean? But I guess other people don't actually prepare for anything. I don't know. It's a weird thing, and it's not that they don't give out elements like it's easy or anything. Anyway, moving right along. Thank you finally for a nice Miho costume. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I'm always more looking at the beast than the actual hero, but yeah, it was pretty cool from what I remember. For pet acquisition rate, does it apply to fusion as well, or it only applies to summon shop? I believe it only applies to summon shop. I do not think it has anything to do with fusion. I could be wrong though, but I don't think fusion has anything to do with it. Moving along. Okay, thanks. In response to a previous question. Moving along, and that was it for the first page. I'm not going to go into all of the other pages, but you get the gist of it. So, first and foremost, yeah, rest in peace to Tower of Abyss. I mean, that's honestly my complaint too now, is that they're getting rid of it. Like, this game just got rid of one of their best PvE modes, period. Hopefully, they make a new mode that's just so much better that it makes up for it. And if the new mode that they add is not up to par, I'm going to be kind of upset. Because Tower of Abyss is actually one of the newest events they've created for PvE. It's actually not an old event. Like, for those of you who've been playing long enough, like I have, like since the beginning, Tower of Abyss was not around for a long time. Like, we've only had Tower of Abyss for a matter of months. So, yeah, like, I'm really, really sad and disappointed that Tower of Abyss is definitely. You know what really grinds my gears? The lack of Tower of Abyss. I might have to change like the video title to "What Grinds My Gears," but I'm not gonna do that because I'll probably get copywritten. But it's not like I'm making money off of this anyway. Either way, but yeah, I mean, other than the lack of Tower of Abyss, I like about everything else about this update. The experience boost system is really good for lower level players. The costumes are pretty cool, especially apparently the Miho one. Looking at Miho now, and it looks very decorative, I guess. But I think the main thing that people care about is the beast, though. I don't think too many people are looking at Miho, unless they're just trying to be perverted or something. But either way, so the costume things are always pretty cool. The fact that they give you the option to guess to do the synthesis for Lord of Old tickets is nice, but again, it's still random. So, take it for what you want. Being able to use rubies on top of the original items to boost limit break, it's going to help everybody else who's behind in limit breaks, because apparently I found out that there's a lot of people in my guild who didn't even like start doing limit breaks at all, which I'm like, guys, why not? Like, this is what's going to make your hero 10 times better. Like, the only reason that I've been doing halfway decent in arena is the fact that I completely maxed out Delins. Like, not just awakening and whatnot, but the limit break too. Like, it makes a big difference, everyone. You should totally do your limit breaking. So, but yeah, being able to spend rubies is convenient. I'm not going to do it because I've been doing it the old fashioned way. I'm used to it, and I don't want to spend rubies on that. Um, but yeah, one thing, 100% Carl. Like, this guy is fan freaking tastic. You need to get this guy. You need to get him as level 46 as fast as possible. It's probably going to take me like a year to get him to level 46 because he's a special hero, and I'm not usually lucky enough to get him, but still, like, this guy's freaking fantastic. But yeah, definitely, as far as complaint is concerned, yeah, my only major complaint is Tower of Abyss going away. So enjoy the preseason while you can, and after that, uh, wow, they really, this new event they're going to do better be much better. I mean, you could have gotten rid of, like, I don't know. I'm a little upset that they got rid of that. But anyway, all right, moving right along. So this has been the video. A pretty good update this time. Good things have happened. Some dramatic things have kind of happened too, as far as different event changes. But overall, a decent update. Good talking material. We'll see you guys next time. See you next week. Take it easy.